No admittance. OSHA,
So-
unions, or rounded corners.
Who am I looking at? Whoever I'm looking at right now, they have a shield up with a sword, but from the side view, the sword looks like a little leg kicking up, so it looks like you're doing like a little kick or something, just from a distance. Darn it, you keep breaking the illusion!
That sounds amazing.
Ow!
Oh, well.
That's what you get for not posing.
Gosh!
Sword.
Hannah, we need to get
art.
you like a shield. It will keep you alive so much longer being able to block arrows.
Does it like partially like mess with your view though if you have like a little shield right there?
It does a tiny bit, but not that much.
Look no
Hannah,
further-
see, that's the
Oh.
reason Hannah doesn't have a shield. She cares about the content, Tony.
Yes.
Yeah,
you don't.
I have my priorities straight.
Present to
I mean, I
Y'all
made
have nice
this. I
armor.
made this
The eye
soap
and
dispenser. Who
soft
says I don't care
under
about
feet.
content?
Oh, that's
we
true.
have
That was
styles galore, austere to effete. Look
Yeah, some of us like
Hannah.
staring at feet.
Look no further. Your search is complete.
Please.
Rich's Rugs?
Rich's Rugs at 1234 South Main Street.
Yay! That's a good ad.
There's also a chest up there, which I have to go.
They're
just get to the
almost
chest.
all good. There
probably
there must have been some at the beginning that were bad, but I cannot remember them.
Some of them were more simple than like really good.
Ooh.
Is it rugs?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
What?
there's powered bows for farts. Who did that?
I got excited. What is
Powered
it?
bows for
How are you even
farts!
still alive?
Okay, well I'm
Powered
not
bows
gonna
for
tell you
farts.
now. I'm gonna tell everybody else.
There's powered bows for fart. You didn't die.
Woo! Power bows for farts!
Yeah,
I've got farts! Who's got power bows?
There's powered bows for each of us, and then
not a fart.
yay power. And then there's a book about power bows from John.
About power bows? Not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a
book
it
of
says-
power bows?
It's a book that says yay power bows.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one.
Elbows.
To get something
Wait,
so we can
there's
climb up there.
Here's yours.
Oh, you're handing them out?
Yeah, there's yours.
You get a bow.
You gotta go. You
What
gotta
do
go.
I
You
need to
gotta
build a
go.
clock? Somebody brought that up last week, and that's something I think I
Is
want to...
That one. It looks like
to
these
the
might
crafting
be.
table and type in clock.
Are these like? I think these
Those
are
are
slightly
powerful
different.
bows.
Those
So
are
I think these might be actually
insane.
customized to
They are
each of us.
Insane.
I need to find a way to put mending on this one.
Yeah,
It'll be
our
perfect.
features are slightly different. Like Albert's. Let's see. Power.
Oh, they are named for us. Tony's power bow.
Yeah. Hang on.
Gifts
Might
from the
have an
heavens.
aspect of shark or something?
Are all these all the same, but just the
That'd be funny
features
if it was
are
just like
different?
toe shoes.
Okay. And then,
No, that was an enchant. How do you do
all
that?
right.
Just-
Where's the
Oh,
last
chicken.
one?
Just imagine if your Minecraft character instead of block feet had like weird little spindly pixel toes.
Pixel toes, spindly pixel
I
toes.
tweeted about this
Whoa.
morning, but is anybody interested in hearing the saga of the cat that I thought that I lost?
Oh wait. There's a. Okay, I have the book.
I saw it.
All right, dear Human Echoes, as you approach the
I guess
recording
not.
of your 100th episode of the combined Dirt Block Netherblock series, you're humbly conferred
Oh.
the Order of the Bow and are gifted these power bows, which are just slightly shy of OP. These power bows are not equipped with mending and may or may not be reparable. Frankly, I just don't know, so use them wisely. May these bows serve you well. At DBWhat.
Yay, John.
Nice. I'm gonna put this book in a safe place before I lose it forever.
Yes.
Does anybody
That's
else
gonna
want a clock?
Yes.
I think
too
you
bad,
should-
because I'm
You
the
have
only
a
one.
crafting book where you,
You should
type
post
clock in.
one. You should post one in like near the Nether portal in the Nether.
Oh, I was just going to carry it around.
Where?
Oh, post it in by the net. No, I like Tony's idea. You can make two, but I think one by the door.
I've made 4. I'm going to get...
Well-
Here's what I'm going to do. I wanted to give one to each of y'all. If you want to post it somewhere, you can.
Well, now
I'm
you're
gonna-
just piggybacking off of John's gift. This is sad, Albert.
Oh, I guess I should probably
Guys,
get arrows.
That's me.
Does anyone else want another block? I've made 4.
Oh, does anyone else want a stone pickaxe? I have.
I thought it'd be really
800?
nice if we all... It's this 64th scale size nether block that I made. What we're all aspiring to build.
I'm not even going to bring them to you now. If I see you, I'll give them to you. If not, you know, deal with it.
All right, Hannah, you want a
wrapped in
shield?
newspaper.
so
Oh,
I'm building
no!
some?
It doesn't work in
I was
the
trying to find
nether.
some arrows, but yeah, I
You're
haven't made a
kidding me.
shield.
That's funny.
What? That's... What?
Arrow of harming?
What?
Can I use this with this?
What?
I can't deal
who
with
said it.
this. Why? I wanted it specifically so I would be able to like know what time it is without being like, does anybody see what time it is outside?
Oh, that's a good
sound
idea.
like.
Yeah, it would be
Does it
if they
work
worked in the nether.
Oh, they don't work in the
Do they
Nether?
not?
Oh.
That sucks.
Where were you guys 2 seconds ago when I was screaming about how this thing doesn't work in the Nether?
Al, you pretend like the things you say are usually important.
It kind of just turned to white noise halfway through, so I didn't even
Well,
hear
that's
it.
Hannah all the time. I expected it from her.
I know, but if you're asking how.
Oh no!
Also, where are you? I have your bow.
I'm in the Nether. Is it light
I'm
out?
gonna lose. That's gonna be lost.
No, it's getting
John, I
dark.
lost your bow.
I think it's been dark where I was. Oh, we got this guy.
Oh, I thought it was just getting dark when I
The shaders
just
play.
came in here.
I've noticed that in the recordings. When you see sunrise or sunset, sometimes a little weird.
Oh, he got me. Ouch.
Are you in the garden?
No.
Oh.
Should I come?
Nether's such a big place. No, I was just trying to like hunt you down to give you
Should
your
I be
bow.
alone?
Because I'm worried about losing it. I'm probably gonna lose
I
your bow.
come to the garden alone
Don't start.
while the dew is still on the roses.
At some point, whether it's like a week from now or years from now, there's gonna be like a full compilation of every time you sang. It's just gonna be a 30-minute.
Is that a promise from you, or are you just like saying somebody's gonna do it?
Somebody's
No,
gonna do that.
at some point, there's no way at some point in history it's not gonna happen. And I'm just looking forward to that day when it's
It's
just
gonna get 1.2
never-ending
million
mix.
views as someone being like, "Listen to this tone-deaf jackass try to sing." Sorry, that was harsh.
Jackass. I'm always letting off white noise was I think a little bit harsher for me, honestly.
Yay! Nice.
Oh no!
So yeah, I'm
You
cat
can't
sitting today,
enchant
this
shields.
week, and
No, you can't.
cats are sneaky.
Yes.
They don't
skip
conform
step
to
3.
your needs.
They do not.
So my sister dropped off her cat at my house while I was recording Kerbal with Joe. And I get there and I see all the stuff for the cat, and I don't see the cat. And I'm not saying like I just sort of looked around. Like I looked everywhere I could think to look. Under the couch, under the bed, in the closets. Like this thing is nowhere to be found. And I start freaking out like I'm the only one who's been in the house. She
Yeah.
left him here. Like there's no way he got out, but how is he not here? And it was like all of yesterday until the morning that I was not able to find him. And then I wake up, I got up and the kids were like, "We found Sherry." It's like, you didn't find
Aw.
her. She came out and like said hi, but you did not. It was a time of her
They
choosing.
didn't go hunting for her. I hate the feeling of a missing pet. It's
Well,
like the
especially if it's
biggest
inside.
pit in your stomach. Yeah. Yeah, I remember like when we were moving from California to Oklahoma and we stayed at a hotel and we had our cats with us, and our cat Nanners, like she hid so perfectly in the hotel room, and it was a tiny little room and it was a dumpy hotel because I had to make sure that it was affordable and they accepted pets, and that is always going to end up being a dumpy hotel. And we looked for like an hour, and like I was 6 months pregnant, so I was like emotional and crying and just like screaming Nanners and looking down the hallway and oh my gosh, it felt like someone like a family member had died, because I was like, well, we can't stay in Arizona because like you can't just like keep paying for a hotel room when there's a house waiting for us. But like I really didn't want to leave my cat. And it was just, oh my gosh, it was
They're
done.
not
And then
very big
she
either.
she was staying under. So I thought that the bed
they
like
shrink.
didn't have a bottom, but apparently there was just like a thin like metal sheet that they just like had wrapped around the bottom of the bed. So I thought that
And
was
that
like
sounds
all
like an
solid.
uncomfortable bed. My sheets are all made out of cotton and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like the bottom of it, instead of like having like an under spot, like storage
You know what,
space.
Hannah? I did know what you mean. I was trying for a thing called a joke.
I know that.
But now that you've yelled at me, I won't do that again.
But she was staying under. Oh, you stupid pigman, not you.
I was about to
She
get hurt.
she had slipped somehow.
it's-
Somehow she had gotten under the bed, and I don't know how she did it because it took Caleb and I, both of us, like ripping the bed apart to finally get to where she was. And I'm still not sure how she got under there, but whoever the maid service was had to be super confused as to what went on in that room because the bed was
I
like
think that
flipped
the maid
over.
service at that hotel is used to not knowing what went on. That seems pretty likely to me.
Yeah.
All right.
People put a cat in the bed.
Yeah, I wonder what their assumption was.
It's sunrise, by the way.
Yeah, we tried to put the bed back together
aware
like
of that.
it was, but like it was still like partially separated and a metal part was bent and we had no time and they're like, well, probably just bill us or something. And they didn't say anything, so.
Anna, where are you at?
I'm right near the garden.
Alright.
I'm just getting nether stuff.
Alone?
Going in.
I am alone.
Shut up.
It's kind. There was two really close calls where I almost hit a pig man and it didn't happen somehow.
Alright, halt. I got something for you.
Alto!
I made you a purple shield.
Oh, fancy. I didn't know that these were purple. So how do I
you
use
can do whatever
it?
banner. You put it
Oh,
in
you just-
your offhand, and then you right-click and it brings it up, so if something tries to hit you, you take a lot less damage. Or you just block arrows.
A lot less damage.
Did I know Joe watched it?
You can almost
Tony
do like Morse code with that. Huh?
or
See, like,
Hannah
keep your shield up real quick. I want to show you.
Interesting.
asked this question.
Did you
Oh,
not keep
hey, I
it
got
up?
an achievement!
Not today, thank you. You're on
Not today.
fire.
Yeah. This bow might be too powerful for shields.
Yeah, like I noticed power, breaking, punch, flame, and infinity. What's
Yeah,
infinity?
they're
Like you just never run out of arrows?
You have
Yep,
to have
you
an
can have one
arrow,
arrow.
and it.
Oh, you got infinity?
I got it.
We should all have
And
gotten
beyond.
infinity.
I didn't get infinity.
You didn't?
What was
You
yours?
sure?
I got infinity. Never mind. I got infinity. Guys.
Did you get
Wonder
infinity
if there's
though?
an enchant
Restart
you can
the
do
presses. I got it.
on the clock to make it work underground.
Oh, really?
I said I wonder. I didn't say there is.
Oh, that doesn't sound like something that. Why is there. Someone sprung a leak in the cortex.
Yeah, I noticed that
Vortex?
too.
The vertex? The vertex?
What?
The Nexus?
The Matrix?
Nexus.
Oh,
I don't know
Where
what
you
he's
end
talking-
up when you push a button before you go to the other place by pushing a
Oh,
button.
yeah, the
Oh,
Nexus.
you guys are still using that?
Command block. I use that for everything.
I no, almost
have a
exclusively
portal,
these
don't
days
you?
I use the Nether. Yeah.
He built your own himself a portal. I haven't done that.
The,
It is kind of cool
The
to be
schoolhouse
able to
absolutely
just
has a
use it.
portal. What are you talking about?
It has a portal. I don't know where it is.
It's
right
like on-
behind the schoolhouse. It's huge. How
No,
do you not
the,
know?
uh, the
I
portal
don't know where
inside
it
the
winds up in the
Nexus.
nether.
Oh,
I'm gonna put so many chickens on the block.
I built you a separate exit for it. I forget exactly where it goes, but it's close by.
This bow is woefully too powerful for these chickens.
Make white stained glass.
I used to be able to get there from the Nether, and I forget what the geography is now.
Wood, really?
And they call me the Colonel. 'Cause I bring
Colonel
the fried chicken.
Sanders.
I'm trying to think of a way to combine that with Robin Hood.
Did you watch that trailer that I dropped in the chat today, Tony?
Yes, that was
I
the worst
watched
thing
like
I've
the
ever
first
seen
30
in my
seconds
life.
of it, and I was like, there doesn't seem to be conflict in this movie.
Nothing happened. It's it's like generic band movie plus girlfriend.
But the part that the dude who's the hero of the movie is the worst person
Yeah.
I could imagine.
How dare you get a job?
His
Support me.
first interaction that you see in the movie is him berating his bandmates for picking an uncool if you wanted to be a singer, why did you pick that stupid instrument?
If you wanted to be a front man, why would you pick pick the drums or something like that?
Right, which
Aw.
okay. Way to have a friendship and be
I
creative
think
and
that
stuff.
was supposed to be read as playful, fun, awesome friendship banter.
I could be the front man like Dave Grohl sounded like banter. By the time he got to yelling at them about it, it seemed real. And then, his first interaction with the girl of his dreams is to say, you can't get the best of album. That's like cheating. Which and that's not
that part.
he starts out telling her how to listen to music and then moves on to when she gets a job because his band doesn't take off telling her she's a sellout.
Yes.
And then they wrap the whole thing up with sometimes the best art comes out of pain. I'm just shut up.
What?
Shut up.
No,
with
you
your
have to lose something sometimes to understand what you really have, Albert. Which was also
Okay,
in
what's
there.
this movie so I never watch it?
It's called
The Hangouts. 22. Oh no.
It's called Modern Life is Rubbish, which is apparently the name of an album by a band called Blur, even though that band does not appear in the movie, according to YouTube comments.
Blur eventually, or the frontman from Blur became the guy who started the Gorillaz.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
I don't know
love
nothing
the
about
Gorillaz.
that, but take
You
your
know
word
Feel
for it.
Good Inc., I think.
Do I?
People know Feel Good Inc. Imagine if you heard Feel Good Inc., you'd be like, oh, okay, I know this song.
Well, that's I'm not dissing the gorillas or saying they've never done anything anybody's heard of.
You literally just said I know nothing about that, and I was trying to inform you what the
Okay,
that
that's
you
fair.
might have a touch point with the gorillas. Sorry again.
This
but
weekend
I
we
would
teach
have-
Albert how to act with other humans.
Yes. Apparently, I'll just chalk everything you say up to white noise and never interact with you again because that's, I guess. The
No,
way
I'm
to
saying
go.
I wouldn't have. If you said Feel Good Inc., I would not have made the. I didn't. I appreciate you letting me know about Feel Good Inc., but I would not have known. If I had heard it, I
I
wouldn't have known
know
it was the
that.
gorillas.
Hence my entrance into your life in order to fill some sort of knowledge gap with the words coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
What on earth? What did that
I
cat
thought you were
do?
arguing with me.
No,
Is every
surprisingly,
conversation
that's
not an
something
argument?
I just do all the time. I'm not Tony.
I thought that yes, I was gonna say that's more of a me thing. I assumed you were saying like, oh, you know about the gorillas. Their song "Feel Good Inc." Top
God.
chart in December of 2018 or what? I don't know. Well, that hasn't happened yet.
Oh no!
Coming back around.
Whoa, you're from the future.
Space-time continuum.
I've revealed myself.
Your cover's blown.
It really is a robot sent back to drive us all insane. No.
I have been programmed to sing at exactly the wrong pitch. Pancake robot, come and get them while they're hot.
Oh God, yeah. I forgot about streaming. I forgot that every song that comes on is.
Very
Yeah,
great.
we're not
Magical
allowed to
robot.
have music. We're allowed to have.
What's wrong with
I'm like songs?
Internet
Songs are
garbled.
good.
Hey, I put
Weirdness.
some really great stuff on there.
You
Like
were just torturing me by the end.
the Barney the theme song trap remix. I
The
thought was
trap remix of the seagulls saying "mine" in Finding Nemo. That was
okay,
painful.
so that wasn't a trap remix. That was
Oh,
just
I'm
they
sorry.
they basically removed like all of the higher tones and it was nothing but bass.
You still heard the "mine," but it also had. Well, I couldn't exactly
Like, they
tell because there's a
lowered
lot going on.
I don't
but-
know exactly what they, it was. It was pretty. That was something.
Yes.
I'm not in
agree
there.
with
I
that.
want to be clear. Like, I'm very rarely in there requesting songs for your stream. If it's
Yes.
me, it's like a song.
That's why I put a ton of Perry group in there for you, so that your presence
I appreciate
is still
that.
felt.
Yes.
That is true. Also.
Particularly on Pegasus.
Oh, good. I have that. That's on the cassette that I made for my kids recently.
That one has the most story of like any Perry Grip song.
Oh, it's so
There's
good.
actually like a whole backstory.
I was just thinking about like we need a Perry Grip animated universe, or not animated, but like a shared universe. You could have Neon Pegasus, you could have Space Unicorn like teaming up.
You could have
They
Boogie
could-
Hedgehog.
Well, obviously, yeah, but I mean the Pancake Robot would probably be on their spaceship or whatever, helping them out with stuff.
I need levels.
For what?
The level block? The nether block? For my pickaxe.
Who's on? I see somebody throwing eggs. Is that Hannah?
No,
Okay.
I'm not on the block.
I know what I can do.
I'm
I'm
very
asking
high
not
up.
because I'm going to chastise you, even though I hate that, but I was gonna see if you have my bow.
Oh, I do have your bow, but I'm stuck up here and I forgot to leave enough blocks to get down. So I'm like I can drop it down to you. I'm just very, very, very high up.
So
Do this
you
again.
were here.
Are you a cat?
All right, I'm ready. Drop it.
Oh no! Wait!
That's
okay.
you. That's not the bow.
Yep.
I needed.
Oh,
I
there's
didn't need.
your bow's in there somewhere.
There's
Yeah,
so
it's in a
many.
pile of
so
stuff.
many stone pickaxes, which I do not want. I'm gonna leave those for you, and I'm gonna get this bow.
Okay.
That's Hannah's power bow. Okay, that one's not mine.
You have it in there
I
somewhere.
still have yours in there.
Maybe.
How much stuff? Okay, here's another one. That's mine. Okay, Hannah, I have your power bow. You're gonna come and get the rest of this stuff.
I have it.
What do I get? Flame, Unbreaking,
get,
Punch, Power, and
like
Infinity.
a pile
Nice.
of gravel, because gravel is easy.
Thank you, John.
Oh, hail
This is a
John.
reminder that
Oh, hail John.
Patreon members get to be on the block if they want to be.
Yeah, we're
Or
working
rather,
on
on the realm.
expanding the
Yes! Jump!
the server.
Yeah, we are looking at getting it to a different host so it's not on Realms anymore, so that we can have like 40 people on if we wanted to.
Realms has been amazingly stable.
Yes.
How do I
That's
throw
a
again?
definite upside
What's
to
the button to
Realms.
throw?
I think you just
Q?
click it like away from you. Oh, I think you did it.
It's Q.
Yay!
Hannah.
Nice.
It's not walk forward. That's not the one
No.
to throw.
Oh, it's Q. I didn't know that it was Q either. I drag it out of
and
my
drag,
inventory
too.
into like the empty, like away from my
Oh,
inventory,
okay.
and it just pops it out.
Right. I mean, if you rush me like this, I can't feed you all. What's this guy? This guy's too full for school up here?
Do you think I feel like in the Perigryphic set, like, shared universe, probably the breakfast burrito is actually, like, secretly a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of contention about that song.
What? There's contention? People don't like breakfast burritos?
Well, the line, you're even better than a regular burrito, has caused
Well,
me to
yeah,
lose some friends.
they should
It
call
is
a regular
better than a
burrito a
regular
nighttime
burrito.
breakfast burrito, Joe.
Everyone's talking at once there.
They should call a regular burrito a nighttime breakfast burrito, Joe.
Yeah, that's not how a lot of people feel.
Well, those
breakfast
people
burrito
are allowed
day.
to be wrong. That's okay.
I mean, like, here's the thing. You can, but nobody I know makes a breakfast taco.
Taco Bell does.
Yes.
With a crunchy outside?
No, they actually make the outside out of an egg. Like they fry an egg.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's a naked taco.
A burrito, in my mind, is like just a taco without a
I don't
crunchy
want to hear
shell.
this. You started this whole nachos are just crumbled up tacos thing, and
I
I'm
did
scarred for
not.
life now.
I started
not
that
me.
because it's true.
Tony, that's ridiculous. Maybe
What-
at Taco
what's wrong
Bell,
with
yes,
that?
but that's not how. It's just not. That's not how you make nachos. It's sad if all the little nachos you had were just crumbled up tacos. You don't get proper cheese melted.
How
you
is
don't
that
get like
sad?
bubbly.
I don't
You can just have
understand.
extra cheese in it.
Yeah, but that's just cold cheese then.
No, you just
Well,
like
so
you
pop
put the
it in
whole
the
thing in a
oven.
toaster oven.
And, like-
Well, then that's not just crumbled up not tacos. Try not chocolate sauce.
Wait. Are we talking about nachos and cheese? Because you just said nachos. Nachos is a chip.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
No.
You could go to store and buy a bag of nachos.
You mean
No,
nacho chips?
You really can't. They're called nacho chips.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
nachos when you add cheese to them.
Yes. That's because those are the chips you use to make nachos.
Yeah, like the tortilla chips.
The
Yeah,
chip
that's what I'm
itself
sorry.
isn't
I'm
called
sorry.
a
That's
nacho.
what, I voted for that because I thought we were talking about tortillas.
I don't even want to talk to you right now. You're just white noise at the moment. You're just digging up, instigating things, and I don't even. Yeah, no. Your opinion is moot. 22? I thought it was 7. Oh, this way. Why when you switch the things around? Oh my God, that's loud!
What's loud?
Order of things on the anvil. Always confuses me. Like that way it's 26 levels, this way it's 7. It's the same two things being mixed, but one's in front of the other.
Okay. I didn't process anything that you just said, actually.
I don't think you've ever used an anvil, just from what I've learned watching
Oh, no,
videos.
I don't
used
think
an
she
anvil
ever
before.
processes anything you say.
No,
Six of
I
one.
used an anvil before, but only like, because I only do stuff like anvil stuff when I'm playing with Caleb, because he's like really into like the sorcery and stuff. Like he had a wizard tower, so without him to make
Which
me
is
do more
surprising
complicated
considering his
things, I
upbringing. I think they would have beat that out of him at some point.
Well, that's the little niche. It's a very niche Presbyterian.
I mean, his parents were not fans of Minecraft.
The trick when you're
What did they
a
think of
Christian
Minecraft?
kid is
Like-
you have to be a fan of crazy stuff that's not popular.
Yeah, fair enough. I can see that.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, the parents were against Harry Potter, but Magic Forest,
no one cared.
nobody had any idea what that was, so I was good.
Oh yeah, I wasn't allowed to see anything Harry Potter because it would like encourage like possession and stuff if you opened
Oh,
yourself
I
up.
thought you just
to...
wanted to, like, it was just so unbelievably compelling that everybody
no.
who watched it wanted to become a wizard.
No,
or
my
wizard.
my mom made us watch like this VHS or something that explained like if you learn too much about Harry Potter, then you might like basically open yourself up to possession, and then you could like make stuff levitate, and that's a sign that you're like a
And that was
Satanist.
supposed to
would
be
be
a
awesome.
deterrent.
Yeah, like if there was ever a single example of that, I would become a witch.
Yeah, like that would.
You know, like buy the whole
How many
Harry
kids
Potter
that make read
series.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, that's fantastic.
It's like if J.K.
remember
Rowling
the,
unlocked like the ability for telekinesis with her books, she would have
Yes.
sold even more copies.
Yeah.
I remember hearing an episode of the show Adventures in Odyssey where they like were talking about the dangers of D&D.
Oh yeah,
And
my favorite chick tract.
well, it was great in Adventures not because they made it seem like that you could like tap into this other like dimension where you would like all of these crazy people who are LARPing. The contention of the show was that no, they actually see that stuff.
That sounds
Oh, really?
awesome.
It
The
does,
power of
doesn't
the
it?
imagination,
Yeah, but it was demons, Tony, so it was bad.
demonic imagination.
They
How
had
dare
the
you.
imagination station and a kid who ran around and also seemed to see things that weren't there because of his imagination, but that wasn't bad.
That's fine, 'cause
Except for when it was
wasn't
D&D.
popular
Man, Lawrence Hodges was the boss. He was like the Calvin of that show. I'm sort of dissing Adventures in Odyssey. It's actually a great show.
Yeah, it really is great. Because, like, also they do have, they're pretty clever about, like, their sound effects and stuff.
Oh, it's
Because, like,
really
you
well
still listen
produced.
to it on the radio. Yeah, and they were, like, really clever about making it feel like you were really, you know, like in a big empty room, or there's people walking, you know, on gravel, or...
Wow, those are some pretty high-tech Foley artists then.
They were good.
They got the
they
echo
make it
and
an
footsteps on
experience.
gravel boards? That's unbelievable. Did they have
there was
a car
one
horn
epi-
too?
There was the
did you just
one
lose your
episode
bow
about
and shield?
D&D in like hundreds and
Yep.
hundreds and hundreds they
What
produced
show
it.
is this?
Adventures in Odyssey?
I don't know what this is.
It's a Focus on the Family joint. They put out, like, it's just a audio
It's
drama
like a
for
radio
kids.
drama.
Is that like
feel like
the
it's
Focus on the
church-related.
Family that's in Colorado Springs that
Yeah,
always
Colorado.
gets protested?
Yep.
Always gets
They have to
protested.
be-
That's religiously
Yeah.
affiliated. If you and Hannah know about it, and Tony and I don't. Although Tony has a weird, he had some. I guess I had CCD growing up too. Come to think of it,
What's CCD?
Catholic catechism something. Creepy
Catechism.
crawly dungeons is what we called it because we were that cool. We went to church and learned about Jesus. I don't know. Every Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, so, like, was it like a youth group thing, or if it was
It
Wednesdays?
wasn't really social. It was just class. We just
Oh,
went
yeah?
and learned about
Yeah,
Christianity.
that was
the
like, that
thing-
was youth group.
The Baptists have it down to at least making it, like, fun.
It wasn't fun. Everyone hated it.
Okay.
I was part of a youth group that was pretty decently fun. And
Yeah, I remember
I always
as a
just
kid they
got
had, like,
yelled
a
at for
Wana.
asking questions. And
That is not the way to cultivate anything.
yeah. Like, one of them was
maybe.
saying that you should never make long-term plans because it's against the Bible to have a plan for anything. And I was
That's
like,
not
that doesn't make
accurate.
sense. How do I... Yeah.
What's that?
That
Like, he was like,
I could
you
quote
just
you
need
chapter
to,
and
like,
verse.
never plan out your years or anything like that because it's just going to fly in the face of God, and you're saying you know what, like, you want more than what God wants for you, so never plan anything. And I'm like,
But what if,
but
God,
what if I want to
if
get
it's
through
God's
school?
plan for you to have a plan?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
and
good one.
I just asked, like, how, like, if he had no plan, how did he become, like, a pastor? How did he, like, do all this other stuff? And he's like, just listen to
winging
the
it.
lesson.
Wow.
Just listen to the
Wow.
lesson.
Well,
Sister
see,
Mary
the
yells at
problem
us if
there
we
is that
don't.
you're learning stuff that's just wrong.
That's part of it, yeah.
And then, like, another question was like, why did God send that she-bear to eat those 40 kids whenever they just made fun of him for being bald? And that's probably why I'm bald today, because I asked
What?
that question.
The hell? Is this
You
a
don't know
reference
about
other
this?
people understand?
So Elijah was going up to this town, and a bunch of kids came out, and he had just, or I forget if it's Elisha. Yeah, I think it's Elisha, and Elijah had just been like taken up to heaven, and so these kids came out and started making fun of him and saying, "We could go up, bald head, go up." And God says, "Okay," and he like sends a couple of bears out to eat them.
Well,
She-bears,
that's just a
no
perfectly
less.
normal story that makes absolute.
Yeah.
That's 100% logical, and I can see why that would be in a holy book. There's a lot you can learn from that story you just told me.
Don't make fun
not
of people
mock
for
the
being
bald.
bald is what the moral of that story is. That's a good story too.
I guess, or a bear will eat you.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like a merciful God. And they're like, shut up, Tony. We don't care.
Did they teach you, like, that was the one that made you think, like, that God might not be that merciful? Had they covered
Well,
the flood yet?
it was the one after showing how merciful he was. Like, it was the
okay.
week after that. I'm just like, the she-bear ate children.
Yeah. Well, that does sound like he wasn't really planning anything.
Yeah.
He's like, well, fucking a bear, whatever. Go kill the kids. They made fun of being bald. It's like, no, you're supposed to be
I mean, that's how I make
merciful
my
that day.
plans.
Where is this thing that's been shooting at me?
There's a guest.
I'm looking for him. He was shooting at me. I don't know where he went.
I don't know if we're fighting the same guest or not.
Somebody must have killed it already or something. I saw
it's still
fireballs flying by
floating.
me.
Oh, I heard it. I just heard it.
Well, I'm leaving, so
He set me on fire.
you're on your own.
Whoa,
All right.
whoa,
Well,
whoa,
I'll take
I'm
care of
on
it with the
fire.
bow that I no longer have.
Did you not get your bow back? Oh, I have.
She
Ew,
went
I'm
into
in
lava.
lava.
Man,
Hannah,
this bow
it did
is
not last the
Yeah.
episode.
badass.
I know. It happened so fast.
And that shield I just made you.
Yeah.
I went
I'll
through
make
having to
fresh
make a
ones.
banner to make it purple. Ah, there's two
Yeah.
ghasts. This
you send
bow
a
is
bear
pretty
after bald
boss.
people to make
It
the
killed the
shield?
other ghast in one hit. Let's see if I can get a
Ghasts are
second.
pretty weak against bows, to be fair. I've learned that now.
Glad you're being fair,
You know
Joe.
all about that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you've
my God.
taken those.
About that. About that.
So you know what? I'm gonna plan a real fair.
You're not allowed to plan, Joe.
I want to point out, Jesus said like that if you go and build a tower, you probably have a plan to do it. Like it's stupid if you don't.
He also
if you're-
really liked spreadsheets.
What, Jesus likes spreadsheets?
Yeah, it was like use Excel. If not, Google Docs is a pretty good
What
spreadsheet.
the heck?
You can figure out ahead of time what your delta V needs to be. and
That
then-
was a huge. Was
I
that
heard
a
an
creeper?
explosion.
Or
heard
did
an
somebody?
explosion.
There's no proximity mines in this game, right?
Nope.
That's not a thing. I could see Tony like setting me a trap or something. Oh, what am I doing?
Ow.
Whoa, I just heard.
Yeah, there's a ghast actually trying to blow up camp right now.
Damn.
Or it's in the.
Oh, it's stuck between a bunch of blocks all close. Got him. He was
That was
basically
me.
a turret.
Wait.
Sucker.
It's daylight out, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I probably shouldn't use my bow to put out fires.
Not your new fancy bow.
I mean, it does have flame built into it.
Oh, do you want this gassed tier?
We don't know what to do with those.
Yeah, there's probably something for brewing or alchemy or
Yeah.
lotion.
Save him for
Who
Dan. He knows about brewing.
Yeah. Dan.
Yeah.
Ooh, next week.
That's next week.
Yeah, it is.
In which Joe and I have to pregame and get drunk.
Maybe.
Or are we just gonna try for 2 episodes?
I'll just alternate between hard and soft.
Can't
We
we?
lost the second drunk block.
Yes.
I think we definitely don't want to stop recording if we do too.
Really? Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Just sort of like roll into it.
Yeah, once alcohol's involved, there's a good chance that something doesn't get clicked.
Because you think you're doing everything right. You're sure of it.
You got that
when you're doing
confidence?
everything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're not.
That's how I feel all the time. That's why I don't need a drink.
It's pretty accurate, to be honest. That's spot on. The Albert blind spot is kind of similar to being drunk. You just see they're
found
yelling
out
at people
Al's
about
secret
stuff they
truth.
don't know anything about, and then finally someone's like, "That's not right." You're like, "Oh,
That's my secret. I'm always drunk.
There are people who just metabolize alcohol in their blood, aren't there?
I mean, every human that's
He
ever
said
lived.
confidently.
what do you mean by metabolize?"
No,
Yeah,
like
doesn't
from
have
just
to do with
eating and
drinking.
stuff, they make alcohol.
Oh,
There are some. I've seen that before, like with certain animals, like where they'll have like
Yeast?
fermenting fruit, basically, and they'll get them drunk. But I'm not sure that's in the same way that you mean.
I have another brick.
Do you? I don't know.
I have 38
asking
nether
me?
brick. I'm confused. Oh, what do I do with this?
with what?
Just put it in a box outside.
38 nether brick.
Nether brick's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, maybe we'll make like a
It's good
giant
fences.
box around the nether block of nether brick.
Okay.
Probably not.
That would be ridiculous. Why would we do that?
What kind? Should we do like glass or something?
Ooh, yeah. We should frame our. Oh my God, there's a ghast. Oh no, that's not a ghast.
It's a.
That stairs are getting pretty tall.
Hang on, look out! Just watch them land
Oh,
on
my
you.
secondary stairs have surpassed my old stairs now.
You two
yes.
get pushed
This
off
is the way
block.
nature goes.
You two get to survive. Look at
They
those
grow so
chickens floating
fast.
away.
They
So
grow
past
so
the old
fast.
younger stairs.
I don't want to have to kill the chicks. Come on,
I feel like I've been really
Away with
productive
ye.
this time.
away with you.
I like nailed the daylight cycle, so I was underground mining when it was night, and then I like came right back out and had blocks when it was day twice in a row. Pretty happy
Wow.
with that. I'm not saying
little
send me a
bright.
medal or
Things.
anything. I just,
But the clock didn't work. You did that all without a clock?
yeah, no, it was just luck. Luck-o to draw. Or
It's really
whatever.
annoying because the clock idea was pretty sweet. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Does anybody want theirs? Because I do still have them. Who's up here on the stairs? Is that Tony?
Yeah,
I'll go
Oh, is
ahead
it
and give you
daytime?
yours. Yes,
I'll
it is.
take a clock.
I bestow upon you, Tony, the order of the clock.
It's like high
Use
noon
it.
right now.
Until you...
No.
It's high noon.
It's high noon somewhere.
I'm going to go find everybody else before the end of the episode and give them their clock. Where you
I
at,
like
Joe?
that a couple of weeks ago when
Find
I
the
was
garden.
streaming Overwatch, I finally got the guts to just try McCree in quick play, and then as I had high noon, another McCree high noon right behind me and killed me during my high noon.
I heard
What
you
does
like
the high
noons.
noon thing do?
It's his
his-
ultimate ability, so
I know what it
basically
is. I just
over
don't know what it
time
does.
like
Yelling, Albert.
Depending on the amount of health the enemies in view have, it basically auto locks for a headshot. So if they have like 200 HP, then it might be like it's like 1 second per 100 HP or something like that.
So you become a giant glowing beacon of light.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, a tumbleweed passes behind you, all cool looking.
Where is Joe at? I'm in the garden
There's
with
a big
him.
hole off to the side of it. I see you. I'm coming your way.
I don't want to kill all these chicks. Go away.
Behind you, to your right.
That's wasteful.
So young.
Bye.
Hey,
There's
they
your
just
clock.
decided to run up the hill for no reason. Thank you for
Right,
being
Anna,
out of my
looking
way,
for
chicks.
you now.
It's kind of funny though. It goes like crazy.
I'm on the stairs.
It literally
Of
goes
the dirt block?
topsy-turvy.
I mean,
Whoa,
of the
what's
block?
this?
Yeah.
Oh, some pooper put
Yep.
the sand.
I'm assuming that's Tony. That's a very beautiful troll thing to do.
What is
There you
it?
go,
I
Hannah.
thought that I was just super hungry, and that's why. Oh, what's this do?
What
Oh, it's a
happened?
clock. What do I do with
Clocks for everybody. Nothing, because it's no
what
good.
did I supposedly do with sand?
Did you put down the quicksand, Tony?
it? The sand, the
There's
soul
soul-
sand.
I did
Soul
not
sand,
put down
that's
the
what
soul
it's called.
sand.
Oh, so I guess it's a Joe thing.
What?
It could also be a griffin thing.
Okay, I'm not
but-
buying that denial.
Yeah.
That one was not good, Joe. Take it back to the workshop and come
I thought
back.
I had gotten away with it. How do you know that Tony isn't just playing you like a fool right now?
Because the way you said what was the least convincing
Maybe we both
thing
did it.
I've
This
seen
is our way of
since...
making sure Tony goes free.
Hold up.
How do you place
Plausible
a clock?
deniability. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
that
the
one
only...
court case where
it
twins
would
got
be-
away
I-
because they couldn't prove which twin did it.
We had one of those in our
actually
town.
happens, does it?
I've
You
heard
just,
that it
like,
happened, but
hold
it
it?
could be one of those internet rumors.
Well, if you prosecute you don't try two people at the same time usually. So you prosecute the one guy and he says, "No, my brother did it," and then you prosecute the other guy and he says, "No, my brother did it." And you can't get reasonable. You can't confirm one way or the other.
Yeah. What if you have like one of their DNA? Do they both have the same? Do identical twins have
do.
identical DNA?
Yeah, they do. Also, not every crime scene has DNA, Joe.
I said, what if you, Albert? Words. It's not just a screaming match. Life is more than just disagreeing with anything anyone says ever.
Nah,
I
it's
said,
not.
what if you had DNA? And then I got caught in the DNA loop because I don't know
Yeah,
how
they have the
twins
same
work,
DNA, so it's like
That's
it's
just
the perfect
freaky.
crime. Just
basically.
Except for the part where you've killed someone.
I mean, you have to commit a crime for it to be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Although
This is
the
significant,
crime
isn't
in
it?
Doom 3 is perfect.
What's
The guy
Doom 3?
runs down the outside of a building with dollar bills showering around him. That's the
sounds
perfect crime. That's on
Oh,
Amazon
Doom
Prime, by the
3.
way. Jump
I was
on
thinking
it.
of the video game Doom 3, and I was like, there wasn't a guy running down a building with money.
Doom.
I thought for a second of that, and then I remembered who was talking. Although Al does like Doom as well.
Doom. I've only played like the first one.
For those wondering, this is a Bollywood film called The Who.
Which one did you review?
Oh, I thought you meant like the game.
Yeah.
Abstract art block. Which one did you guys review?
Doom 3.
Okay.
Isn't there
We've
a
both
fourth
seen
one
this.
where, like, you've got crazy stuff turning into, like, I don't know, you have, like, a motorcycle turn into a jet or something like
That
that?
was in the third one.
Oh, was it?
It turns into a jet ski.
Jet ski. Okay.
Yeah. Relatively
It's not quite as
poorly
cool.
animated, I gotta say. The transformation, but I'll take it.
Yes.
It-
Why?
that-
Because you. I just, why not set the bar higher for those animations like that?
Because everything else in the movie is amazing.
Alright, fair enough. So, the concept is, I'm not like in love with that concept. To be fair, I'd want them to nail it.
Well,
sort of like, well,
he
eh.
does a backflip off of an opening
Okay, well, now we're
drawbridge
talking.
bridge in slow motion, and they're like, "Oh, is he gonna make it?" And he doesn't make it, and you're like, "Oh no, he's gonna die." And then
Okay.
he, like, as he's still backflipping down into the water, he turns into a jet ski with his.
Because that's what'll protect you from a fall off a bridge, is whether or not you're riding the proper vehicle. That's not
This
how that
is
works.
after they've crashed a jutney through like
Why would that
3
matter?
brick walls and like done this
No,
spin
you just have the
move with
motorcycle
it.
ride on water. That's what you do.
Oh, that would be cool too. He also does
He's
a
just that
like
badass.
he balances it on a like a cable where he drives across between
Okay,
two
that's pretty
buildings.
good. Is this the thief or the cop?
This is the thief.
Oh, well, now I'm conflicted.
Oh no, but he's a good guy. Like he's stealing from the bank that like screwed his dad over when he was a little kid, and his dad shot himself right in front of him.
Oh, of course.
Ow.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah,
I'm just staring directly at the sun. This hurts. This hurts. Why did the tunnel have to go into the sun?
because it looks so cool.
It did look really cool. It was just burning
I
that.
thought you were staring into the sun because you're annoyed with the conversation.
No.
This is white noise to hear now. I'm the only one who actually hears you in this group. Think about
Doom
that.
Charlie. Doom, doom. Dun, 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 doom, doom.
I gotta be careful about
Dun,
using
dun,
that bow. I had a
dun,
bee
dun.
drawn on the owl, and I was like,
Dun,
that could
dun,
very
dun,
well cause death.
dun.
Yep.
I have a troll thing that I'm gonna do at some point on
What
this
is it?
nether block. I have not been upset with anybody enough to want to do it to them.
When you lit the entire nether block on fire.
No, that was I hadn't. This is one that I'm gonna have to have the exact right opportunity for and be in the right frame of mind, and I don't want to tip my hand. But yes,
What would someone have to do to make you do it?
I'm not gonna
Just
say.
out of curiosity. Oh, okay. Like I would never do it, but you know.
I know you wouldn't, Hannah.
Oh, what is that?
Yes, I believe that
Whoa.
wholeheartedly.
Where are those coming
And also,
from?
Joe didn't lay down the soul sand.
Where is that?
Beef.
What the heck?
I don't know. I don't know
I'm
anymore.
seeing flaming things flying on the ground, but I'm not seeing its source.
On the nether block?
Yeah.
Somebody's shooting flaming arrows.
That don't.
Yeah, someone's launching.
I
someone.
shot a flaming arrow and somebody's shooting him down at me, and I'm gonna leave now because it's time to end the nether block.
That is correct.
How many chickens did it kill? My volley
know.
of fire.
I don't know.
I'm-
You were
I'm
firing
too high up.
indiscriminately, and I was down there, and I didn't super appreciate it.
Well, sometimes you just gotta kill chickens.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching. If you want to get this a week early, become a patron. $2 a month, $5 a month, and onward. Thank you guys. Hope you have a good week.
At patreon.com/humanechoes. That's where you go to do it.
Yep,
not
there's a
on
link
YouTube.
in the description.
It's not on MySpace. It's on Patreon. It's our thing. It's our name. Human
I'm hitting
Echoes.
stop. I'm hitting stop. I'm hitting stop.
Okay.
What about the intake?
That is an intake.
Is it?
I think so.
It's like... Oh, God, you invented the segue, Albert. Congratulations.
It's a different type of failure, at least.